If you're thinking of investing, but you do not know where to start, and you're like, okay, I know these financial jargons are just overwhelming. There are the stocks, there are the ETFs, there are the crypto, and all that. I just want someone to actually help me, put me through step to step on how to get started. Well, today is your lucky day. You are in the right place. Today's video, I'm going to be talking from my experience and sharing 10 most known tips before investing. This will save you time, heartache, and most importantly, it will equip you to make the most of your investments and, of course, meet your financial goals. If you're in Nigeria, the US, Canada, Europe, you'll be able to use these tips and run with it. And yes, stick around to the end because I'm going to be showing you mistakes to avoid that will save you your money and, of course, heartache. If you're not already, I'm going to be inviting you to please click on the subscribe button and also click on the like button because you are going to be finding this video helpful. And I encourage you to please leave your comments to make this engaging. If something is unclear, leave your comments. I'll be there answering the questions. If you have experience, please share it. You'll be helping a lot of people that will be reading from the comment section. Yeah, let's get started. Now, first things first. Roseline, why should I even invest? That's the first thing we should talk about. It is imperative that you start making your money work for you. That you're like, this is how much I've earned and actually do not need this money now or in the next 2 days or 3 days or 5 years. What should I do? Instead of leaving your money in the bank, which the bank will be very happy to take and invest and not give you anything from it. I know that I'm looking at people that are ready to take charge of their finances and to think that investment is not rocket science. Knowing the tips that I'm sharing today, you'll be able to start investing successfully. And that is why it is imperative that you put your money to be a slave to you and do the work for you while you enjoy your life. Now, it is imperative that you start investing early. The best time to invest was about 50 years ago, but then the second best time is actually now. One thing about investing is that it takes the power of compound interest. A very simple example is a generation in family. The grandma, grandpa give birth to children and their children get children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and that is how investment works. Second tip is, what account should I use? I've actually categorized it into the US, Europe, Africa, for instance, the Nigeria. And if you live in the US, there is the Roth IRA, which is a tax-free growth account you can use. You can also use the 401k provided by your employer. And of course, you can create your own brokerage account, which you can use the Fidelity, you can use the Vanguard, you can use the Robinhood. The underlying principle to all these things is to compare the rates, compare the ease of use, which one works for you and your financial goal, and then you open with that one. If you live in Europe, Finland, Germany, France, the UK, you can actually use the NordNet. I actually have an account with the NordNet, but I am not actively investing with NordNet. There is the Trading 212 Degiro, and there is also the IBK, which is the interactive brokers. That's the one I use. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to go about it and get about 200 euros that you can use to invest in your first portfolio. I'm excited about it, but that will come at the end of this video. Now, if you live in Africa, in South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, you can actually use the Piggyvest, you can use the Bamboo, you can use the Binance, the Risevest, you can use the Corywise. Please watch to the end. I'm going to be giving you more information about that. Now, very important, due diligence is needed when it comes to investing. I have to say upfront that investment is your decision. If you choose to take the actions, the risk or the benefit that comes with it is your responsibility. Do your due diligence. The information can be updated. This video is more of educational. Now, the third tip that is pretty important for you to know before you start investing is to read books. One of the best things you can do to yourself is to invest into yourself. Have a list of books that I read just dedicated to investment, and actually it opened my eyes. I feel like books are just a very cheap way to get information that will propel you into the future financially and help you achieve your financial goal. Now, some of the books that I read is The Intelligent Investor, there is The Psychology of Money, there is the famous Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I love this one. It's the Booglehead's guide to investing. One thing about these books is that they will teach you and equip you with everything you need to think as a long-term investor, not a gambler. Now, there are apps you need to download and media sites you need to follow, consume the content if you are serious about investing and taking charge of your finances. The first one is the Google Finance. One thing I love about the Google Finance is that there are these predictions, and quite often the predictions are accurate. So if you've bought a stock or you've bought a bond, ETF and all that, you can actually track, oh, am I going to sell, or should I keep, should I buy more? It's beautiful. The other app I used is the Yahoo Finance. On there you have news about the market. You can also have a mock portfolio of your real assets. I also use the Simple Radio to listen to the BBC News and also the Financial Times. Now you'll be asking, Roseline, why do you have to listen to that? If you are investing, you need to know what is happening around you, because politics, the news of the day, war and all that actually influence the market. So you need to be updated about what is happening in the world around you. Other sites you can also check is the Investpedia. On that is going to teach you some financial terms like what is expense ratio, what dividends are, mutual funds and all that. But do not worry, because in the next video I'm going to be explaining everything about stock, every financial jargon that you're like, okay, once they start talking you're like, well, you've lost me already. I'm going to explain them in simple bit size that you can just easily digest and run with it. I'm excited about it, so I'm going to invite you, click on the like button already and also on the subscribe button. That way you will not miss that video when it's live. And of course, if that video is live, I'm going to leave it in the description also at the end of this video. Another tip for you when you're trying to invest is to learn from those people that have already learned. Creators you know here on YouTube, they've already done it and they are there to share their mistakes and also their experience and wisdom. Before I started investing, I consumed a lot of these contents. If you are in the US, one creator I really followed and her journey is Roseline. Oh my goodness, she's brilliant. There is Mark Tilbury. In the UK, there is Chidera Peters. If you're in Nigeria, there is Financial Jennifer. Just follow their accounts, consume. These are free and you are going to be learning a lot. Leave in the comment section. I may not have watched all the ones you have been watching. So which creator here on YouTube have helped you in your financial journey? And yes, feel free to call me yours truly. Let's give them a shout out in the comment section. Now let's talk about the investment platforms and the fees you need to watch out for. On IBK, the one I use, the main reason why I chose it is that it has global access and of course low fees. The trading 212, which is commission free, but check the spread before you create an account. Very important. The pro tips I need to tell you is watch out for transactional fees. Are they per trade or in percentage? The other one is the expense ratio for the ETFs. That's the exchange traded funds. These funds, in the next video, like I said, I'm going to be explaining more about it. Just the summary is that a rule of thumb is the expense ratio should be less than 0.20%. That way you are keeping more of your money. Well, that being said, let's assume that you've already made a decision on the brokerage account, the investment platform you want to use, but what should I invest in? Now, there are so many things you can invest in depending on your risk tolerance level. Very important, because you may actually say, oh, I have this 10,000 euros and if it goes down in the market, well, I'm not bothered. But someone may actually have $100 and you're like, oh, I need to save it. Like, I need to secure it. It has to grow. So you invest based on your risk tolerance level. Again, I recommend that you have your emergency savings fund invested. If you've not watched the video about 6 accounts you need to create, I'm going to leave it at the end of this video. So number one is the S&P 500. If you are just starting out, this is something I recommend for you to start with. These are the best performing 500 companies. It means that you'll be gaining most of the time. The money will actually yield over time. The other thing you can invest in is the individual stocks. So you can buy Apple shares, you can buy Tesla shares, the Amazon, Microsoft, and all that. A rule of thumb is that choose a company that is reputable and you understand their business values and ethics. The other thing you can invest in is the bonds. Now, the bonds are usually safer, but the rewards are not so much. So if you are close to retirement or you're looking for more of wealth preservations, then the bonds are usually a better option to invest in. You can invest in is the real estate investment trusts. There is also the index funds. They are low cost and diversified. If you're asking as a friend, Roseline, what should I invest in? I'm new to this. I would actually say invest in the ETFs, invest in the S&P 500, and then gradually, when you understand how the market works, how investment works, you can now choose individual stocks to invest in. For the 8th tip, we're going to talk about when to buy and when to sell. So let's say 8A, when to buy. The best thing is to time the market. If you're ready to invest, you can actually follow what is happening in the market and you can say, yay, today or a month ago or 6 months ago, what was the price? If you see that it is high on the price that 2 months ago it was, let's take for instance Netflix, a share was about $90. If you see that at the time you want to get into the market or buy is now 140, I would suggest that you wait, let it calm down to something like 95, 90, or even less than, and then you can buy. It is important that you time the market before buying. For the 8B is when do I sell? It is important that you don't just sell because the market is dropping. You can actually sell if you have met your goal. For instance, if you invested just for you to get a vacation or for your tuition fee, if you've gotten it, then don't let greed get to you. You can sell it. Of course, that's if you need the money. Of course, you can also sell if the fundamentals of the stocks have actually changed. There is this ESG. I'm going to leave that, the environmental, social, and governance. So if the score is low or if the value of the company is not in alignment to yours, of course you can sell it. If you have hit your stop loss or your gain target, you can also sell. Now, let's say that you have actually open the account, you know the stock to buy. How do you now fund your account? In Europe, there is this SEPA account. So like the S-Bank, the Nordnet, they actually have access to the brokerage account. So with a code they're going to give to you, your bank should be able to transfer. If you live in Nigeria, the Piggyvest, the Binance, the Optimus, they actually have free access. You can just connect your account, send the money from your salary account to the brokerage account. Other option is to use the Paystack, the Flutterwave, or the Wise for international top-ups or transactions. Now, a lot of you are asking, who can help? Who can answer more questions? I actually have a coaching class based on demand. If you leave in the comment section or send me an email, I can talk with you if you need more one-to-one guide on this. You can also meet or talk with a certified investment banker, but make sure that the person is not ripping you off your money. And most importantly, when you get the information, do your due diligence. I promised that I was going to talk about financial mistakes to avoid for Nigeria and of course globally. Ensure that the brokerage account or the trading platform is listed on that SEC. SEC is the Security and Exchange Commission. That means that you will be avoiding people that just want to take your money all in the name of they're going to invest for you. A lot of people have lost their money to spammy or unqualified brokerage account. Make sure that it's invested so that if something happens to the account, the insurance from the SEC will pay you your money and you have peace of mind. If you are in Europe, know your tax obligations because you are going to be paying tax when you get your money. And of course, if you're in the US, avoid emotional trading. So it's not like, oh, something happened, then you're going to sell. Avoid that because you'll be losing a lot of money. So here you have it. I am going to leave the link to the brokerage account I use. If you use the link, you will have about $200 that you can use to invest. And I'm also going to leave the links to the books and also the Piggyvest, the other trading platforms you can have access to. Leave in the comment section if you want your questions to be answered that I haven't answered. Please click on the like button. It helps this video to be seen by other people. Leave your comments as I'll be replying to all of them. And of course, I'm going to leave the video on the 6 must-have accounts you need to have. And also here, I'm going to leave the video on investing. If you want to know more on investing, bonds, stocks, and all those jargons made simple, I'm going to leave this video here. If it is not up here, I'm going to leave a playlist that you will also enjoy. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye for now.